Hey there, I'm Derek from the ABA Impact Team. If you're a BCBA or an RBT thinking about starting your own business, or if you've already started and you feel like this thing is eating your life, you're in the right place. Here's something that no one in this field seems to be willing to say out loud. The ABA therapy industry is a minefield, and unfortunately, most business owners are walking into it blindfolded. From overpriced consultants who don't seem to really specialize in anything, boot camps that only provide moderate help in building a business that meets someone else's criteria or someone else's model completely, or memberships that amount to little more than having a ticket to buy other stuff. Somehow with all this noise, kids are still sitting on wait lists for ABA therapy. I think that's broken, and it doesn't have to be that way. In 2023, the ABA Impact Team set out to answer one question. Why is building an ABA business so hard? We didn't intend to start a movement, but we did. Our real goal was just to figure out what the real problems were. Our approach was to just have conversations with thousands of ABA owners. And what ended up happening was we built the fastest growing ABA business owners community anywhere. And along with that came the most closely inspected problem and solution resource database anywhere in the industry. At the beginning of 2024, we realized the way that we could help best and continue to grow our knowledge and understanding of what's going on in the ABA industry was to just give it away for free. By the end of 2024, every one of our team members was spending between 25 and 30 hours a week on the phone with ABA owners, working on real problems. And we found that we were having the same conversations, 3 or 4 variations of them, but really the same conversations over and over again. And we knew from the outset that BCBAs and RBTs are some of the most intelligent and caring people in the world. So the people running the businesses aren't the problem. And from all of these conversations, projects, and workshops, working out these specific problems, we realized that it's hard to run an ABA business because most of them don't have any structure. Owners are getting burnt out because the source of truth is all in the owner's head. Most of the businesses that are getting started in the ABA industry are starting up with no system, no structure, and no real organizational strategy. The problem isn't the people running these businesses. The problem is the ABA industry is completely inundated with bad advice and outdated models. Not to mention fake solutions that trick ABA owners into thinking that a certain area of their business is built and taken care of because they bought some boot camp or coaching package or a collection of forms and documents that are supposed to fill this blank. That's the minefield that I'm talking about. Even the accreditation organizations are sending ABA owners or potential owners down paths of just wasted time and money. You don't need to pay a lawyer $3,000 to $5,000 to start your business. The law firm that works with the ABA Impact Team doesn't even offer that service because that's something that people should just do themselves. As we grew and evolved, learned, and really focused in on these major problems, we decided to ask a different question. And that was, how do we empower the people who are already committed, the existing business owners and the ones that are starting up now? Because here's the reality. We have this major gap between people who need care and the people who can provide it. The BCBA certification rate isn't coming close to keeping up with just the ASD diagnostic rate. The diagnostic rate is like this, certification rate is like that. So the only way to fill that gap in is leveraging the caring clinical people with the tools and strategies they need to build strong, scalable, sustainable businesses that won't burn them out. So what do? We decided the best approach would be to take the providers that we already have, the ones already in the field with the experience, and give you the tools that you need to build real businesses that will scale without burning you out. So we needed a force multiplier, some way that we could help BCBAs at scale with delivering ABA therapy services at scale. And that's where the eBCBA Odyssey came from. That little E in the eBCBA stands for entrepreneur. It's small because it's secondary to the BCBA part. Their clinical quality is always primary. But that little E matters Because the only way that BCBAs are going to be able to provide quality therapy at scale without giving your whole life over to your business is if you build a real business with structure, systems, and scalability. And we take care of all of those things in the eBCBA Blueprint course series. This is the beginning of your odyssey as an entrepreneur BCBA. Just as a note, we're also accepting RBTs in this program. But if you've ever had the thought, maybe I'm just not cut out for this, or why am I so far behind? Or worse, I just need to hire the right people to help me. I want you to know it's not just you, and it's not you. You're not behind. The truth is you've been given the wrong map in a lot of different areas, and it's led a lot of BCBAs down the wrong paths. The expensive way around, the long way around, or just completely the wrong way. You're not failing, you're just unsupported. But that ends right here. What's inside this foundation course that makes it so special? It's really just business basics. The fundamentals. First, we develop your mission, your vision, and your primary aim. These aren't motivational pieces. These are strategic statements that align your team, your decisions, and your future. Keeps everything straight. Then we work out your financial hypothesis. This is not a budget or a forecast. This is just basic business math. We need to know how much revenue you're going to have coming into that business, how many clients that's going to require, how many frontline employees you're going to need for those clients, and what support staff you need behind that front line. What is your business capacity? And this is all geared for getting to your primary aim, which is your personal financial goals and your time freedom. Everything about your personal life that you want from this business, you need to establish before you can decide whether or not you even want to do this. And your personal income is important because you need your oxygen mask on before you can help the person next to you. You can't help anyone else be well if you're not well yourself, at least not for long. And owner burnout is a real thing. Along with stopping owner burnout, organizational strategy in the ABA therapy business will solve a lot of other problems. I would argue most of them, from staffing to retention to profitability or lack thereof, private equity companies moving into an area and stealing your employees, stealing clients, stealing your business right out from under you. It's a double-edged sword. In the wrong hands, you end up with expanding private equity companies or big box ABA therapy companies that don't care about the clients. All they care about is profit. But in the right hands, it empowers the actual caring individuals like you to provide quality therapy at scale. In the foundation course, we're assuming that you're building everything from scratch. So we assume that you don't have email, you don't have a domain, you don't have AI or any of this stuff implemented. If you already have some of that set up, go through the tech setup anyway, because there's going to be things that you're going to want to tweak or understand what we're calling it so that you know where to put your source of truth in these documents as you start to produce them. I would suggest just building along with us. The way we're running the Blueprint courses is I'm building an imaginary company called ABA Fuel. So I'm developing all these same documents in my hypothetical company as you follow along. This is all built around you designing the business that you want for your life to serve the way that you want to serve. And nobody can do that for you. You have to do this for yourself. You cannot hire a consultant to do this, or you'll end up with their business, not yours. If you get stuck anywhere during the tech setup or anywhere in the course, if there's a problem with the platform, we're building this fast and we're dumping all of our energy into generating great content to help you build strong businesses. We're not focused on audio quality or video quality, and we're moving quickly. So if you see something wrong or something that needs to be corrected, drop us a line at support@abaimpact.com. Suggestions, additional support, anything that we can do to help. This entire team is committed to making this program better to help you build better businesses. We'll also be building what we're calling your executive assistant GPT. We're not setting up a GPT to just build your business for you. We're setting up a GPT for you to work with and build your business in greater detail and faster. In future courses, we'll use it to generate SOPs, job descriptions, role manuals, cadences, KPIs, all that stuff that you're going to need to have solid documented structure and systems within your business. But it needs a base. You need to train it, and you need to know how to use it safely. By the end of Foundation, you're going to walk away with some very important, valuable items. The first is your documented strategic objective. This is what your business must become, the beginning of a scalable tech stack. Developing every one of these documents and every part of your business to go into a source of truth that's accessible by the people on your team who need to know so that they don't have to call you. That's step one to preventing owner burnout. Your AI assistant up and running and a clear view of what it's going to take to run this business to get to where you want to go. Why is this course free? To put it simply, I don't think anybody should have to pay just to find out if business ownership in the ABA industry is right for them. I think it's important that you have the truth up front and decide before you're fully committed to starting a business. If it's a fit, I think you'll know by the end of the foundation course. I can't tell you what's right to do. I can just give you the information so you can decide. Once you complete the course, you'll unlock the Founders Call. In the Founders Call, we'll walk through the next two steps, building your structure on the foundation and developing the systems that will plug into that structure. If you're solo or only plan on hiring one or two people, that's probably all you're going to need. If you're ready to grow and lead something big, then the Odyssey is for you. Complete the blueprint, get involved in the calls, collaborate with people that are ahead of you, behind you, make sure that you have a clear path in front of you and that you know where you're going. Get subject matter expertise on specific areas as you're building and evolving your systems throughout your entire journey. Odyssey is a membership for serious, clinically focused ABA entrepreneurs who want to scale ethically, sustainably, and without giving up your personal life. Right now, there's only one move to make. Take the course. Spend the time. It's going to take you about 8 hours to get through everything if you're following along and building as you go. This is probably the most important 8 hours you'll spend on building your business. If you're already operating, this will be a point on your timeline. Everything before, focusing on organizational strategy, and everything that happened after. My goal with the foundation course is to make it that point on your timeline. Click the purple button below this video. Sign up, get in, do the free course. Come to the Founders Call. I'll see you there.